14 miles from Auckland in the Niutapu Valley, New Zealand's largest earth dam is under construction. City Council engineers have drawn up the plans that are today rapidly taking shape. The dam will provide Auckland with a much greater water supply and so relieve hardship now experienced during the dry periods. The valley is filled with activity, and the problems of building a dam from earth instead of concrete are unusual. A number of scientists whose job is the study of soil mechanics take constant tests of the earth. They must be certain that this earth-built dam can withstand the enormous pressure of the millions of tons of water that will pile up behind it. The sample of earth is taken to a laboratory for testing. Most of this equipment was made by the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. This instrument applies a pressure equivalent to the weight of the water, and the pressure is maintained until the earth finally crumbles and its resistance is measured on a graph. But it takes tough physical labor to transform plans and research into reality. However, the scheme is well on schedule, and here's one of the valves being hoisted into position. It will help to control the flow of water that will soon be going down through the pipes into the city. Although the dam is built from earth, it's sealed with a thin concrete facing. Making a huge difference in time and labor is the use of modern equipment. Bulldozers, scoops and drag lines are all being pressed into service. No less than 640,000 tons of earth are needed to build the dam. But wet weather is the bugbear of the engineers and workmen, because the earth must have ample time to dry and settle into place. Though, of course, they'll be wanting the rain to fall as soon as the job's finished. The Niutapu Dam will create a lake covering 153 acres and provide Auckland with another 6 million gallons of water a day. It's an unusual example of engineering skill and local body enterprise. When we speak of bell ringers, we usually think of the old world. But here in New Plymouth, Mr. Roberts, who was an English bell ringer, is finding young people keen to acquire the art.
In the MOTUEKA district, kilns give the farmyards a singular appearance. Tobacco and hops instead of cows and sheep are the mainstays of farming here. A lorry brings bins full of newly picked tobacco from field to yard. first step in processing tobacco is tying the leaf on the MOTUEKA sticks. This is where practiced hands move swiftly. The leaf is stacked in the kiln, filling it from roof to floor. When filled, the doors are shut, the heat turned on, and drying commences. At farms all over the district, the same process is going on. And there are hops as well as tobacco. Some farmers grow one crop, some the other, and some both. Hops are light for their bulk, and the sacks are easily lifted up to the loft. After 12 hours in the kiln, the hops are dry, and except for baling, are ready to send to the brewers. Every pound and a half of hops is sufficient for 54 gallons of beer. Tending the furnaces is a 24-hour job in the harvesting season, for constant temperatures must be maintained over long periods. For 3 months or more, the fires never go out. The smoking kilns and the neat fields are the distinctive feature of the landscape around MOTUEKA and Riwaka. In and near this district, apples are also grown. The ideal climate is responsible for this concentration of specialized farming. In the warm, dry autumn, fruit, tobacco, and hops all ripen quickly. And above all, there are no high winds to damage them before they're picked. Hop picking alone takes a lot of labor. Local people are fully mobilized, coming to the hop gardens every day. But there's not enough of them. So every year sees a migration of 2,000 seasonal workers to the Nelson province. They come from every part of New Zealand. Shirley Flint comes from Kaikoura, Mrs. Morgan from Tauranga, Mr. Chorley from Papakura, Eileen Buckle from Darfield, Mrs. Tuhi from Nuhaka, and Irene Williamson from Melbourne. The seasonal workers do for themselves, so the weekends are the time for chores. For those who like camping and batching, this is the ideal life. And as a working holiday, it's highly profitable. Along with a good climate, this area has good beaches. So when chores are done, there's a lazy afternoon on the sand. Tobacco, hops, and fruit come into the conversation, and plans are made for coming back next year.